Damn, 2B, all these perverbs are out. Look how tiny her feet look, right? Those are tiny feet. Her proportions are weird. From a, you know, I used to take life drawing courses. Look at the size of the distance between her hip and her cooch.
Thank you.
And then look at her feet. Yeah, she's cool to strafe with, I agree.
Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
Interesting you took life drawing.
Excuse me.
That's one of the classes I just failed. How was it for you?
It was cool. I used to draw all the time when I was really young. And when I started going to college, like when I was like 18, I guess, I took a lot of art classes and life drawing classes. And at the time, I was a schmuck. So I fucked up a lot of them and failed them, right? So then I dropped out of college. And then when I went back to college later in life, like in my 20s, mid-20s, I had to retake those classes because I fucked them up.
You.
So in order to like remove the blemish from my GPA, I had to retake these old classes that I didn't give a fuck about anymore because I stopped drawing. So as someone who didn't really care that much about drawing anymore, I thought it was very interesting, even more interesting almost, because, you know, life drawing is pretty cool. You learn. I mean, of course, you have to look at some dicks. That's the downside. You have to look at some dicks. But the good side is you get to look at some naked chicks. And depending on how much of a pervert your college professor is, sometimes the naked chicks are really attractive. I mean, you know, if you have one of those really authentic college professors that's a fucking tryhard, they're gonna get like a, you know, some real BBWs or some old chicks or something, but, or, you know, whatever. The point is that, you know, you could score some home runs. One time, you remember that movie Coyote Ugly? One of the actresses from that movie was a life drawing model in one of my classes. They had a few home runs. Also, the guy who they modeled Kratos from the original God of War after, that guy too. And some of the vampires from the Blade movies. Men and women vampires. The reason they chose those vampires is because they had weird body augmentations. So they had like horns and like split tongues and all these weird piercings, so it made it harder to draw them. But yeah, you had to draw some dicks. Whatevs. Could be worse. It's better than math. Hell no. I used to look at that shit and just be like I'm looking at Chinese. Fuck this. Hey, Fred Dinko, thanks. And Ralph Nutsack, thanks very much. And Boyd, thanks, man. Yeah, I failed. You can fail anything if you don't give a shit about it. So all you gotta do is take classes you give a shit about, or at least man up. Or not, whatever, man. Who cares? I don't give a fuck what you do. Good luck. And thanks.